Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. We're standing in front of my 2012 Subaru Impreza Limited. It's hard to get used to saying that because I'm so used to saying my 2016 Subaru WRX. It's so weird not to say WRX, but we're in front of the Impreza Limited right now. It's a 2012, and I'm gonna be telling you guys today how much I paid for my daily driver, and you guys are gonna be shocked. I spent a lot of time looking for it, and I got a heck of a deal. So if I were to sell this right now, I could turn it around for a profit. And you know, again, I don't know if I've released it yet, but we've got a video coming to the channel soon about how I make money on cars, how I make money on used cars, and this is gonna be a great example of it. So I'm gonna give you the nitty gritty. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I paid for this car. I'm gonna give you all the information, how I priced it, how I made my offer, how I found the buyer and everything, and how I made a good deal. And hopefully you guys, I know you guys like to hear about money, so let's talk about the car. But before we get too far into the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Subaru or automotive content. Lots of stuff to come into the channel for my WRX, for the Impreza, for the future BRZ, and potentially the R35 GTR coming to the channel. So lots of stuff coming out, lots coming to the channel. Should be a lot of fun. Let's roll some B-roll footage of this car so you know exactly what I'm driving and how dang good it looks. All right, so we're gonna spend a little time here walking around the car first. I apologize for the glare here, but we're gonna walk around the car and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the story of buying it, how much I paid, how I got such a good deal, and everything you need to know. And then we're gonna look specifically at all the blemishes and all the scratches and everything that I used as an example to get this car for a good deal. How much did I pay for this car? This is a 2012 Subaru Impreza Limited, so it is the limited trim. It has 76,000 miles, which means it's still under the transmission warranty from the class action lawsuit and then the extended warranty that Subaru provided. So it is still under the CVT warranty until February of 2021. So we got a good solid year and change on that warranty, which is the most important thing about buying this car. So we're gonna own it. I'm gonna own it through that warranty, and then we'll swap to another one that has the same warranty, and I will still maybe not make money, but I won't lose money, which is the exciting part. Knock on wood in case something crazy happens. But I could sell this car right now for a pretty large profit. Now, I'll get straight to it and then talk to you guys exactly how I got such a good deal. Let's find a good way of actually looking at the car. I just did a full circle there. So this is the car. It's dark gray metallic, and these are the important things, right? It is dark gray metallic. It's got all the premium and limited things, the wheels, the rear tint. They've done some extra tinting here. It has automatic headlights, all fog lights, everything that people are looking for in an Impreza. It is also all-wheel drive. This kind of car holds good market value and will sell quickly. Now, I've been looking for about 6 months for this, so that should tell you how competitive the market is. Now, this car through a dealer, right? This car at its mileage is listing anywhere between 11,500 and 13,000 in my area. So that's generally what people are listing it for. Sometimes some dealers have this way higher. It's like 14,000. I can't imagine anyone's paying that for it. It must be a COVID related thing. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna give you guys the number right away because I know that's what you're here for, and then I'll talk about how I negotiated it. I paid $9,000 flat for this car in cash, and I only had to drive an hour and 10 minutes to go get it. So let that set in. After taxes and everything, I'm in under 10 grand for a car that I could turn around and probably list online for a solid 12,500 if I wanted to. Probably more if I fix a few of the things on it that I got and negotiated off. So let me tell you about how I did that and everything you need to know. So what's ultimately the most important part of buying a car is the KBB when you're looking at private sale for most people for cars like this, right? People don't care enough about their car to understand what it's worth, the market. They don't do the market research. Now, you shouldn't be taking advantage of people, but understand what you're doing because car buying is a game of kind of cat and mouse. It's the, you know, whoever can get to the prize first wins. And KBB value is really important. Now, most cars, I highly recommend you want to price them in KBB at good or fair, even if they're in very good condition like this. There's a massive difference between very good and good condition on KBB. So I started off negotiation with I want to look at this car. I'm not going to look at it for more than KBB good value in our area, knowing that I was going to negotiate more off of it. So I've already brought the car down from what it's being listed as competitive areas. Now, this is in very good, excellent condition, minus a few things, but if it was sold at a dealer, it would be priced at least at very good, if not excellent condition, because overall it's in good condition and it has the warranty from Subaru that's transferable to every owner. It also has new tires, new brakes, new rotors, new wheels. All the stuff's been done, plugs have been done, everything's been done, every service has been done. Oil change it every, 2,800 miles, 3,000 miles. Crazy documentation for everything that's been done to this car. California car, no rust. I'm in Boston, no rust. It's in perfect condition. You can't ask for much more in a car. It is a 2-owner, so I'm the 3rd owner. It has no accidents, and it's got this factory tint that you'll be able to see in a second. Now you can see the tint. It looks dang good. I wish I had brought my filter. We're just shifting positions here. I've got a filter that catches off the reflection of the car. But look, guys, so how did I get such a good deal? So I started at KBB value for good. Now, I went around the car, and we're going to do that shortly, and I found all the problems with the car. But what's most important here is bringing all your tools to do it. So I checked codes, we're good on that. It's in perfect condition. So I was trying to be super anal here, looking for imperfections, and each imperfection I needed to price out a shop doing, which is real. If you want a shop to do it, it costs money. So let's go look at those imperfections and how I got money off. So we're handheld here. So the first thing that I do when I look at cars is I look at the wheels. Now these wheels are in good shape. There's a little bit of road rash, and obviously that's going to be the first thing that I talk about when I talk to some. So I'm going to go around to each wheel and confirm road rash or not. If there's road rash, I'm going to immediately take off a couple $100. Exactly what it would cost to get a shop to fix this or to buy new used wheels. So I walked around and did that immediately. Now, there's a few things to look at as well. People don't understand that the scratches under here that you can see in the paint come off. I always like to talk about these as potential damage and something that needs to get fixed. Now, there's a lot of sweat equity here. It takes time to get rid of this stuff and fix it. So understand that there's sweat equity there. One of the big winners here and the big problem is actually right here. So if we look in here, they bumped into something, and it's nothing's cracked, and it's really just, well, there's a little bit of cracking here, but it's really just some paint, and with some good buff work and some touch-up paint, that'll go away, that'll be fixed. But that was a couple hundred, it was almost $500 off, and that was set in the pricing. You know what I mean? We had already negotiated that's gonna be $500 off essentially. Ultimately, guys, because we're not gonna get too far into the car because I got a ton of stuff in there, filming stuff. I just had to get inspected, so I had to clean the interior of the car. Head unit. The head unit in this car is not working perfectly. Now that everything works, all the systems work, the head unit on this car does not turn on fully, does not give you full input. Now I think the head unit's going bad, and I got $500 off for the lack of working head unit, which was super important to me because ultimately I'm gonna put in a new head unit anyways because it completely changes the interiors of the car, and I'm still convinced you will get resale value, you'll get good value back out if you put a good head unit in these cars, and they're super cheap and you can get them and install them yourself with no hardships. So totally worth it. I negotiated another $500 off for the head unit. So what's the bottom line on this car? I got thousands of dollars off by finding a few issues with the car. Now, there were other cars like this that I saw that had little problems, because that's what I look for. I look for the little problems, and I'll talk about this in the video about how to make money. But you guys wanted the juicy juice and all the insights and exactly what I paid for this car, because that's what you guys asked me, and this is what you're asking me about. So I paid $9,000 for this car, cash. I had to take it to the DMV and pay all the title stuff and everything. Took me about, I got lucky, so this car was on Martha's Vineyard, had been shipped from California, so harder for people to go out and get this. Got lucky, owner met me on the mainland. I didn't have to take the ferry to get it, so no extra costs there. Drove about an hour to go get it, hour and 10 minutes. I honestly couldn't be happier. I got a great deal. Again, I could flip this for like a $2,500 profit tomorrow probably. Well, not tomorrow, but I could get it listed and then within the month probably sell this for a $2,500 profit. So I'm super stoked with the deal that I got. I did the math out, and unless something crazy happens with this car and I've got a lot of expenses, this car should be able to be driven through the end of the warranty as a daily driver, lots of miles, and I will probably sell it for at least what I paid for it or more. just depending on how the market fluctuates. But my guess is I will not lose any money on this unless, again, guys, something crazy goes wrong with the engine, something happens with the transmission that for some reason isn't covered, or something breaks and it really messes up this car, or you know what I mean, like the kind of like the acts of God happens to this car. Super stoked, can't ask for much more, and appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for watching.